Son, stop for a moment, breathe. Listen to my voice in the midst of this noise you've gotten used to calling company. I see you, I know you, and yes, I know what you feel when you're surrounded by people and still feel alone. I know what's behind that smile you wear as a shield. I know the exhaustion in your soul when you lie down at night and realize, once again, you gave your heart to someone who only knows how to trample it. Have you noticed how you repeat the same patterns, as if you were trapped in an endless cycle? Always hoping for change, always giving one more chance, always believing this time it'll be different, even though deep down you know nothing changes because those people don't want to change. You're surrounded by voices, but none of them heal you. You're surrounded by hugs, but all of them suffocate you. You're calling it a relationship, but it's really an emotional prison disguised as companionship. You've chosen to walk with people who reinforce your wounds because, without realizing it, you still believe that's what you deserve. But now I tell you, that is not love, that is an emotional chain. That's not why I created you. I didn't make your heart to be silently rejected, manipulated with pretty words and emotional crumbs. I didn't make your soul to live enslaved to the opinions of someone who uses you when they need you and ignores you when you need them most. Have you gotten used to crumbs when what I have for you is an abundant table? Do you remember when you asked for healing, when you cried out to forget, when you said, God, free me from this? I heard every word, but you return to the same places. You go back to the same people, still expecting different results. You say you want to heal, but you won't stop touching the wound. You say you want peace, but you keep connecting with those who feed the chaos. The truth, my child, is that there are people you need to let go, not because you hate them, but because you've realized that love cannot be confused with emotional slavery. You won't heal while you keep surrounding yourself with those who make you sick. There are people I never sent into your life, but you insist on keeping them close because you're afraid of being alone. But listen to me. Loneliness with me heals more than any crowd that pulls you away from me. Today I call you to break the cycle. I call you to see that there are ties that must be cut, conversations that must end, connections that only continue because you're still trying to prove something. Maybe to yourself, maybe to someone from your past, maybe even to your parents or to whoever rejected you as a child. But today I reveal this to you. It's not your fault that you were hurt. But now it's your responsibility not to keep choosing those who only know how to hurt. You've tried to heal in an environment that only opens more wounds. You've tried to rise up, surrounded by people who even secretly want to see you fall. There are friendships that stay close only when you're down, because your growth confronts their comfort. There are relationships built on your pain, because as long as you're weak, the other feels strong. It's time to open your eyes. You don't need to beg for attention anymore. You don't need to plead to be seen, to be heard, to be accepted. You are mine, and I never left you. I never played with your emotions. I never gave you empty promises. I am the God who heals hidden wounds, who rescues the weary soul, who rebuilds what was shattered by cruel hands. And even if you think you wasted time, gave too much, or went too far, I tell you, there is still a path. There is still a new beginning. There is still restoration for you. But you need to obey. You need to let go. You need to leave the place that keeps your wound open. A wound exposed to dirt cannot heal. Cancer is not treated with flowers. I am a God of love, but I am also a God who acts when it comes to your well-being. I cut ties that are killing you slowly, even if you insist on calling them friendship, relationship, family, or shared history. When I love you, I shake you. I won't let you die in the name of a company that pulls you away from the full life I prepared for you. You may not realize it yet, but there are people who only show up when they need something, who seek you only when they want something from you, people who don't pray for you, who don't speak truth to you, who don't rejoice in your victories. And you, out of lack, habit, or fear, accept crumbs as if they were feasts. But I didn't call you to be a supporting actor in your own life. I called you to be the protagonist of the story I wrote with my own hands. And in that story, there's no room for those who only drag you toward the abyss. Son, I'm not asking you to be harsh. I'm calling you to be wise. There are people you need to love from a distance. There are ties you need to cut, not with hate, but with understanding. Forgiveness is necessary, but living together isn't always. You can forgive, you can bless, but you no longer need to play the victim for those who've already shown they won't change. I'm a God who restores, but I'm also a God who removes. And today, with love and firmness, I want to remove from your life everything that's keeping you from growing, from being free, from living in peace. Don't fear separation. Don't fear silence. Sometimes silence is the fertile ground where I speak the loudest. Sometimes temporary loneliness is the bridge to the right company, to the connections that build, to the relationships I chose for you. You weren't born to live justifying yourself, shrinking yourself, hiding yourself to fit into someone else's world. I made you to shine with the authenticity I myself planted in you. Remember the Apostle Paul? He had to walk away from certain companions to fulfill his purpose. Remember Abraham? I asked him to leave his family behind. Remember Jesus? Even he wasn't understood by his own at times. Obedience to me will isolate you from those you like, but it will connect you with those who heal you. I don't want your life surrounded by people who feed your insecurities. I want your life surrounded by those who bring you closer to me. You've already suffered enough trying to hold on to broken ties. You've already given too much trying to be enough for those who never valued you. You've already wounded yourself trying to keep close what I removed long ago. Now it's time to let go. It's time to trust me. It's time to allow the wound to truly heal without picking at it, without reopening it, without insisting. I'm taking care of everything, but I need your surrender. I need you to say, yes, Lord, I accept your direction. And when you do, I myself will lead you down new paths. I myself will place people by your side who will lift you in prayer, speak truth to you, love you without demanding masks, and help you grow, even when it hurts. You no longer need to reinforce your wounds with connections that only delay your healing. What I have for you is freedom, reconstruction, restoration, and it all begins with one decision. Obey, trust, and let go. I love you, I see you, I heal you. And now I set you apart so that once and for all you can live what I've called you to live. My son, before leaving this video, I ask you to subscribe to the channel Dios Mi Fortaleza and stay connected. Here you will stay in touch with my teachings and guidance. I am your refuge and your strength. Trust in me and stay attentive to my words, for they are life for you. Son, as you take this step to let go, I know the fear that tries to grip your heart. I understand the hesitation, the uncertainty of walking away from what has become familiar, even when that familiarity has hurt you. I see you questioning whether it's worth it, whether you'll find new relationships that honor who you are and what I've placed in you. But hear me, the unknown with me is safer than the familiar without me. I'm not leading you into isolation, but into transformation. You're not walking away from love, you're walking toward healing. Love does not manipulate, control, or reduce your worth to what you can give while receiving nothing in return. Love nurtures, strengthens, and reflects my heart. You become accustomed to surviving, but I've called you to thrive. You've made peace with carrying the weight of others, but I've designed you to soar without the chains of expectation pulling you down. There's a difference between carrying each other's burdens and being weighed down by someone else's refusal to grow. You might wonder why it took so long to recognize this, why you tolerated the pain for so long, but don't be ashamed. Realizing it now is grace at work. The enemy wants you to believe you wasted years, but I say those years were lessons, not losses. They taught you to discern, to recognize the difference between words and actions, between temporary affection and genuine care. I'm not blaming you for your desire to see the best in people. I placed that hope within you, but I'm teaching you that hope should not blind you to the reality of consistent harm. Love believes the best, yes, but love also sets boundaries to protect the heart I gave you. Remember, choosing to walk away does not mean you failed. It means you've chosen to heal. It's not about giving up on people. It's about giving yourself permission to step into a healthier, more vibrant life. You can still pray for them, still bless them, but from a place where your heart is safe. Sometimes love requires distance. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do for both you and them is to allow space for growth. Some people will not change while they can still rely on your willingness to endure their cycles of hurt. It's not your responsibility to be the anchor for someone determined to drift. You are not abandoning them. You are choosing not to abandon yourself. Trust that as you release what drains you, I am preparing connections that will restore you. Not every friendship is meant to last a lifetime. Some come to teach, others to test, and a few to stay. Wisdom knows the difference. Your heart needs time to recover from the emotional battles it has faced. I know you're tired, but in me you will find the rest that no human companionship can provide. I will hold your heart in the quiet moments when loneliness whispers lies. I will remind you that solitude with me is sacred ground where I rebuild your confidence and reveal your worth. It's okay to be cautious as you heal. Not everyone deserves the same level of access to your heart anymore. You're not building walls, you're building gates, letting in those who respect, value, and honor you. Don't let the fear of repeating past mistakes keep you from welcoming the right people when they come. Healing is not just about removing the toxic, it's about making room for the healthy. It's not just saying no to what harms, but saying yes to what nurtures. Pay attention to how people make you feel when they're around. Do they bring peace or tension? Do they encourage your growth or keep you stagnant? I see the potential within you that has been overshadowed by doubts planted by those who didn't see your value. I'm calling forth that potential. You're not defined by the rejection of those who fail to understand your worth. You are shaped by my hands, and I've never stopped working on you. Your kindness is not a flaw, but I'm teaching you to be kind without being exploited. Your compassion is not weakness, but I'm showing you how to guard it so it remains pure and untainted by manipulation. It's not your job to be the answer to someone else's brokenness. You are not their savior. I am. Sometimes stepping back allows me to step in. Sometimes releasing someone allows them to encounter me in ways they never could, while depending on your presence to fill their void. This journey of healing will not be quick, but it will be profound. I will walk with you through the nights when memories resurface and the mornings when doubt tries to creep back in. I am your constant, your unwavering support. One day you'll look back and realize that this decision was not just about leaving pain behind. It was about stepping into the life I designed for you. You'll see that letting go opened doors to joy, to peace, to relationships rooted in respect and mutual growth. Keep moving forward, even if your steps are small. Progress is not measured by speed, but by consistency. Choose each day to honor the work I am doing in you. Choose to guard your heart without hardening it. Choose to forgive without forgetting the lessons you've learned. I will bless your obedience. I will honor your courage. I will redeem the time you thought was lost. Nothing you've experienced will be wasted. I will turn even your tears into testimonies. Stay close to me. Speak to me when it gets hard. I'm not just watching from a distance. I'm right here, guiding, strengthening, loving you into wholeness. You are not alone. You are not abandoned. You are mine. Trust me to rewrite your story in a way that reflects my love and your worth. Trust me to restore your heart so that it beats with hope and freedom once again. I'm making all things new.